From a teen trying to mimic a deputy sheriff to a 52-year-old who impersonated a U.S. Marshal and kept justifying it, here are 4 instances when cop impersonators realize that sometimes trying to deceive smart officers can land them a long time in jail. On April 8th of 2021, a man named Casey Donovan Williams allegedly presented himself as a deputy with the Pickaway County Sheriff's Office, claiming to be working a special duty detail in Whitehall. However, things heated up when the police discovered that, in reality, no special duty officer was assigned to the location, and the badge Williams produced was ultimately fake.
I can't get a hold of the chief from Richland Township, which is Glenmont.
It's Richland Township?
Yeah.
So it's a township police department,
No,
or
it's
is it village?
Village in Richland Township. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a village in Richland.
But you have no ID from them,
No,
all right?
no.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I've talked to the chief.
No.
That's
I'm asking
all
you a
he
direct
asked.
question. Have you been sworn in
Now,
by
it's
them?
very important you answer this correctly, because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to
I'm
put
not,
that right
listen,
up.
I'm not.
So
trying-
if
I'm
you
not,
are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
No.
So you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
Williams is obviously hesitant when officers ask him some tricky questions in an attempt to trap him, and although he initially claimed he wasn't lying, that would be proven false in no time.
I'm explaining to you. I
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question. It's very simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of
means
Ohio with
commission.
any department?
Not currently.
Okay, that's the
Not that.
question.
Well,
Not
I'm
currently.
unsure. I'm unsure. I'm unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You would have to raise your hand, swear,
Okay.
sign a form, and you would get
I've talked to the
paperwork on that.
Listen, I live in an area that doesn't make any money, you know, and I found a good paying job, and I was told by the guys, like, hey, we'll take care of a commission, we'll get it taken care of, it's no big deal. I come out here, you know, I was told, hey, you can start, make some money. That's all I was trying to do. Please do not, I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man, please do not ruin my career, please, please, please.
It's funny how he begs for courtesy when finally caught for his lies and wrongdoings. However, that wasn't the end of his mischief.
All right. The Pickaway County, you knew you didn't work for Pickaway County. You displayed that badge. All right. You're out here acting in a law enforcement capacity, displaying a badge that you have no right to have, or a facsimile of a badge. That's not even a real badge. You were aware of that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not real.
Okay. So, all right, you're going to be charged.
Oh, seriously?
I'm serious. Okay. Now we're going to be nice about this. Okay. And we're going to take you over, and you can take your gun belt off, and you can set it on the hood of that car. Okay.
It's amusing how the lies turned into the truth when he knew he was going to be charged, but he must be thanking the officers that they were at least being kind to him despite his impersonation.
Right here. Right here.
All right.
Take off the belt. Then I'm unsure.
You don't have anything else on you, do you?
No.
All right.
Just
No,
Just
don't
put
reach
your
in.
hands
All
behind
right. You should know the drill.
Well, he did say that he doesn't have anything on him, and that obviously didn't include his vehicle, because this is what officers found in his car.
Yeah. Take care. Oh my God. All right. And it's loaded, right? Okay. We're not gonna. Yeah. Take all his stuff, and you can throw it in my car.
How bold does one have to be to pose as an officer while carrying a loaded AR-15 rifle in the trunk of their car? Well, Casey was later arrested and charged with impersonating an officer and improper handling of a firearm. Hopefully, this would be the last time Casey pretends to be an officer. What Casey did by trying to mimic a cop doesn't seem so bad considering you haven't seen how Derry actually tried luring the cops by claiming that he is a U.S. Marshal. But before that, on July 20th of 2022, the Ainsworth police initiated a traffic stop upon noticing a man driving with flashing emergency lights in a retired police cruiser and dressed in replica law enforcement garbs. The man was identified as Jerdson Mackey, and as the officers pulled him over, he bragged that he was an off-duty hero, attempting to use that card to avoid legal trouble. However, in the end, it was proven that he wasn't as clever as the Ainsworth police chief.
Hey, partner.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Acworth Police Department.
How are you?
The only reason why I'm pulling you over, I guess y'all were, well, that's my chief of police right there. He saw y'all go around traffic. He was trying to figure out who y'all are with or what was going on.
Okay.
So he called out on the radio and asked for a marked unit. That's why I got you pulled over.
That's fine.
So, I'll just let him come up if you want to ask. Who y'all work for? Georgia Metropolitan?
Yeah, I'm an off-duty hero operator.
Oh, off-duty
Yeah.
hero operator?
How you doing, Chief?
Hey.
I'm an off-duty operator. I just working off Fernal Detail. That's my ID. That's my badge. Yeah, I just work in the Fernal Detail. I went to get my car checked out because you can see all the lights on.
Why is the car registered to an individual?
That's mine. This is my company.
So what are you doing with all these red lights?
Sorry?
Why all this emergency lights? And did I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic on Lake Eckworth Drive?
Mackey thought he could get away from the officers by showing them his expired badge, but the chief made sure that didn't happen.
Who do you work for? This is my company. I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company.
Okay.
Yeah, I do Fernal Details. Yeah.
So you look like me, you're impersonating a police officer.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not impersonating, sir.
All right, Mr. Mackey. Here's your ID back.
Thank you.
Look, given with all the light and permit and stuff that I'm seeing, I'm just going to assume everything's properly permitted and stuff for the vehicle.
It is, sir.
That said, with what my chief's observation, the use of those are for strictly business purposes.
No, you're right.
You can't be using it to pull into traffic, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to issue a citation for unlawful operation for emergency vehicle, okay? Just here.
I know, let me just talk to Chief real quick before, because I'm telling you how it's going to work. Even though I'm doing this on my private side, once I get this ticket, GDOT is going to ground me again. I'm going to get grounded. And that's why I'm trying to don't interfere my personal business with GDOT. Anytime they run a driver's license number, I'm going to get grounded. I asked the chief, please.
Officers were lenient by issuing him a citation, but he kept making excuses, leaving the officers with suspicion of why he would avoid a citation.
Just hear me
Please,
out.
I don't want to get grounded.
If the chief wants to argue, that's fine, but this is going to stand, all right? Just let me explain this. What I need you to do is sign here at the X. Signing is not an admission.
I know
okay?
routines.
All right.
I'm a former police in the Bahamas, I know.
Okay. Do you need a pen? There you
Yes, sir,
go.
please, if I could.
Everything I point out to everyone else, auto-generated court date right now is showing for the 18th of August at 9 a.m. at our court. The address is right there on the back of your copy. This phone number right here is to the court services. Takes about 3 to 5 business days for the citation. Give them a call and they'll explain everything to you.
After making a bunch of excuses, he finally signed on the citation, but officers still had to figure out why he tried avoiding it.
All right, thank you very much, sir. All right, unless you have any other questions, you're free to leave.
Chief,
I want to verify your employment, and I'm probably going to have CID look into this, to be honest with you, see what you're doing.
I know, Chief.
I don't feel good.
Chief,
4-6
Chief, I can show you my LLC. I can show you my LLC right now.
I'll let them handle it.
And also right here.
Yeah.
That's why he was calling my supervisor just now.
All right.
And
Well,
this is why.
that's between you and your boss, okay?
Yeah.
Like I said,
Chief.
we'll do our follow-up, but
As the chief had suspicions of him impersonating an officer, he truly meant it when he said he was going to report him to CID. Just a few days later, the truth was unveiled, and he was cited for the unlawful operation of an emergency vehicle and arrested on a felony charge of impersonating a public officer. While you witness the depths of Mackey, let's see how Derry tried to get out of trouble when he was caught impersonating a U.S. Marshal. On July 31st of 2023, deputies in Marion County, Florida observed a 52-year-old man, Derry Lambert, speeding in a pickup truck equipped with fake police sirens. When Derry was pulled over, he was wearing a cap that stated Police U.S. Marshals. However, deputies had to confirm whether he really was a U.S. Marshal or if he was just impersonating.
Where are you headed to? A shooting in Marion? Okay, 10th floor. Hey, sir. So, the vehicle is your vehicle, is that correct? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I'm looking for something to verify that you're a U.S. Marshal, all right?
As soon as he was pulled over, he showed a badge to the deputy and claimed he had to leave because he was responding to a shooting in the area. However, the deputy didn't believe a single word he said and had to verify.
Hey, we got somebody on the phone who wants to ask you a few questions. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Sir, what is your name?
Derry Lambert.
Okay, what district do you work out of?
I work out of Texas, but they got me down in Florida right now looking into Marion Oaks. There's two gangs out there that are riding on a four-wheeler with a pole on it, busting into people's houses.
Okay,
And they got a call, so I chased. What's that?
What district in Texas do you work out of?
Dallas.
He seems hesitant while answering the questions and claims that he is an on-duty police officer in Texas. But as the officers tried to confirm that, this happened.
Alright,
I got red bugs out in weeds last week.
I'm sorry?
I was telling him, watch out in weeds. I got red bugs. Eat me up chasing a guy through the forest the other night.
Alright, do me a favor. Just go ahead and turn around for me. Again, put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'll explain it to you.
I've been arrested my life.
Well, alright. So you're going to be arrested for impersonating a police officer, okay?
He was instantly arrested for impersonating a police officer.
So why would the marshals outfit your personal vehicle with lights and sirens?
In Texas, it's not like here.
Okay.
You don't have cars like this.
You have a Florida tag.
He can't even properly cover his lies. The only thing he is good at is putting multiple sirens on his vehicle.
Turn the knob on. Now flick it all around.
Hey, how long you worked for the U.S. Marshals?
About 3 years.
3 years? Okay.
Going on it.
I'm sorry?
I'm finishing up at Votech and with Lacucci right now to go to work for Marion County. So.
To do what? To
be a cop. Yeah. Coming down the road, get a call on my cell phone. Hey, they see the four-wheeler out there on the drone. Can you come help us?
Who's that?
So
Who called you?
My squad in Texas. If you look through my phone, you'll see the 941 area code.
By squad, what do you mean by squad?
They sent 3 or 4 of us down here.
Who is they?
The Rangers.
The Rangers? Which Rangers? Like the baseball team?
No. Hell no.
Okay, so what Rangers?
The Marshals.
The Marshals?
Upon the incident, one of the U.S. Marshals responded to the scene promptly, questioned Mr. Derry, and confirmed that he isn't a U.S. Marshal. He's just pretending to be one.
Yes.
What's your district?
District. What do you mean?
Well,
we just
if
have
you're
headquarters in the county.
if you're a U.S.
It's
Marshal,
called
you would know your district.
641.
641? Okay.
That's our squad.
Okay.
But there's only a few of us here.
A few of you? Would I be one of those?
No.
I'm not a U.S. Marshal?
I don't know. I see a badge.
Well, here's my credentials. I am actually a Special Deputy U.S. Marshal.
Yeah.
Here are my credentials.
Yeah. Mine are in my car.
These, your credentials like this are in there.
I have one just identically to that.
Okay.
It's surprising that he continued the rally of his lies even with the real U.S. Marshal standing right in front of him.
So I would just want to know why you would try to identify as a U.S. Marshal. Was it to like get around traffic?
No.
Okay, so what were you trying to do?
I told you twice. I was responding to a call.
With the U.S. Marshals?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know about the drones out there flying over?
Sir, there is
Yeah,
nothing
no.
like that. I'm gonna give you a little tip, pro tip. Okay? There's only 3 of us in this county. You are not one of the other 2.
He was later arrested and charged with false impersonation of a law enforcement officer, unlawful use of blue lights, unlawful use of a badge, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of diazepam, and introduction of contraband to a detention facility. Derry truly faced the consequences he deserved by receiving numerous charges, and whether the upcoming teenager got the justice he deserved is up for you to decide. On the first day of January in 2023, residents near Choctaw began calling 911 to report someone suspiciously making car stops and questioning people. When officers arrived at the scene, they were astonished to find a teenager, Jackson Jones, dressed up as a cop and pretending to be one.
You're a deputy sheriff?
Well, I mean, I work at the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So, I mean, what?
Were you a corrections officer for the sheriff's office? Okay. Why do you wear a vest outside of the facility? Is this an agency vehicle, or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my Kia.
Okay. It's just a little odd, because whenever I worked in the jail, I took my crap off, especially if I was taking a long drive from Tennessee.
I say, man, if I look, I can tell you guys the same thing. I have been pulled over so many times in Tennessee and Arkansas.
Right.
Okay. They know. I told them every single
That
time.
might be true, but
And
It's just a
Oklahoma
little
will
odd.
get 4-2 wearing this stuff. I mean, like every time I come up here, I mean, like they don't. All they say is it's just odd. I never see it. I was
Right.
like, well, I mean, like, well, guess what? Yeah, I like wearing it. Just like in Tennessee, I got pulled over for it. And guess what?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's against the law or anything. It's just
And I've even
odd.
had it taken off, and I've had it set right here before, and they're like, and I get yelled at for. There's like, you know, it's kind of weird that you got your belt and your vest.
You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
He seems confident and might convince officers that he really is a cop, but when asked about any proof he has to confirm it, he just blacks out.
But when you come out to public, you don't have any arrest powers. You're not commissioned.
I'll just.
Do you understand?
I understand that. I don't understand what's about.
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, that's beside the point.
It's my girlfriend,
But
and I don't drink. So
well, it doesn't matter. You realize transporting open container, if any of that's opened or partially missing, that it doesn't matter whose it is. If you're in the vehicle with it, you can be arrested for transporting open container.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not. I literally.
Officers might just be joking with him, but he was getting serious as he knows he has broken some laws.
I can search the car.
I mean,
Is that what you said?
you asked me if I had a gun on me. I don't have a gun on me.
I was just asking if you had a gun on you. You
No, I
said something
really-
about I can search the car.
I don't.
You don't mind if I search the car?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind. Let's go. Get the vest off for me. And the only reason I'm having you take it off is so I don't have to worry about the knife or anything you may have on you. Really?
At this point, Jackson must have realized that he had made a huge mistake trying to be a cop, especially because they were witnesses who saw him engaging in illegal activities.
He gets out, and I said, "Can I help you, sir?" He's like, "Well, I was wondering what was your problem? You were staring at me over in the driveway." And I said, "Yeah, I was kind of curious who you was because that's kind of odd that I didn't know who you was. I was kind of curious. I lived down the road. I was kind of see what was going on, and I was staring at you to see who you was." He goes, I'm a undercover cop for Wellston, and I run my partner. I run with the highway patrolman out of Wellston." I'm like, okay. And I said, "So, just be curious. You look pretty young. How old are you?" He goes, "I'm 22 years old. Just turned 22." I was like, "Man, you're pretty young to be a cop, be an investigator."
Now, once officers heard the witness's story, it's time to take some action against Jackson for impersonating an officer.
Alright.
Well, I already know I'm going to jail.
Alright. Turn around and face the other way. Put your hand behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, alright? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
My girlfriend could pick him up for one.
Not at this time.
You know how long I'm going to be in jail because I'm jumping snake.
Okay.
It's intriguing when an enraged impersonator turns calm upon realizing they've been caught. However, for Jackson, there was a little more to it.
Okay, you'll be able to make a phone call when you get to the jail.
I don't know anybody.
We'll be able to give you phone numbers. We'll write down phone numbers for you, and you'll have a piece of paper with their number.
Did you talk to
Your cousin?
Jacob?
Yep.
Did he? Okay. So he knows that.
He doesn't know you're going to jail because we didn't confirm what we know now until we talked to the RP. So, huh?
It's RP?
Reporting party. Okay. Well, that's because you're not law enforcement. So, all right.
So you.
But Jacob wanted me to let you know that if you try to come back there and get a job, you won't be hired. Okay. All right.
He faced the consequences not only by losing the job he was going to get, but also by getting charged with impersonating an officer.